Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to 10 years on. And today we are looking at Billy Gilmour. Before we get started, make sure you hit like and subscribe to get all the good content that will be coming out to you over the next few weeks, months, and maybe even years if you're lucky. But we've got Billy Gilmour, the Scotsman, originally from Chelsea, who is another player that was mentioned in the comments. So make sure you leave your suggestions in the comments below. He's been very good. I mean, when he was playing in the Euros for Scotland, he was a standout against England. He did very, very well there. He's made 3 caps for Scotland already at the age of 20 and looks very good. His small stature is probably his only hindrance at this stage. Some great technique and vision. He's that real ball-playing midfielder, some lovely 15 for passing, 15 for first touch as well. And he's even got a good head on him for someone of his small size. He's currently out on loan at Norwich, where in real life he hasn't actually been getting the game time he'd probably have hoped. Valued at 6.4 to 19 million pounds. He has played also for Chelsea, 11 games, in fact, in the first team. So he's not inexperienced, I'd say. So it will be interesting to see how he develops and how he progresses through his career. If he does manage to break into that Chelsea side, or if he will be looking to move on. Let's take a look. And here we are. Everton seems to be where he's ended up after 10 years. Only got valued at 6.2 to 19 million. Some very good stats still with his passing, technique, all that sort of thing. Vision as well there. 5'7" stature means his jumping reach isn't great, and his strength's not the highest, but he's made 61 caps and 4 goals for Scotland. Currently wanted on loan by a couple of American teams, so it doesn't look like he's really in the forefront of Everton's setup. Let's take a look at his career path. So we can see that following his loan at Norwich, he was at Chelsea for another year until he moved for free over to Hamburg in Bundesliga 2. An interesting move. It's good to see young English players leave the country and go abroad, as they often get more game time, which is evident here. But an interesting one to go to Bundesliga 2. He played 2 seasons there before a move to Hoffenheim for £8.5 million, which seemed to be quite a good deal after the amount of appearances he's made for the club. Not overly impressive performances, but a lot of performances. Let's say that. He's got game time that he wanted. He then ended up with a £10.75 million move to Everton, where he's had limited game time again, which is unfortunate, really. Let's take a look at his competition win. So he was relegated with Norwich from the Premier League. He got a Pokal runner-up with Hoffenheim, which isn't too bad. And then also was the Euro Cup 2 winners with Everton this season, even though he didn't massively play. He was in the seasonal best 11 for Everton, even though he only played 17 games this season, which is an interesting kind of decision. Can't be many Everton players that have done very well then. He's obviously named in a bunch of Scotland's and Hoffenheim's 11s throughout the season, but no big personal awards otherwise. So there you go. Really a player that sitting in centre midfield could do a very nice job for you. How high up the leagues and how elite he could become, that's a very interesting question. You'd have to probably take a look and see if you can get a bit more out of him. But at a young age of 20, his stats looked very, very good. And even at 30, he still looks pretty good. His physicals have died off quite a bit, but still worth a while to take a look at, especially if you can get him for free in 2 seasons within the game. I think it might be worth it. But there you go. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you did enjoy. Make sure you like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And of course, leave any suggestions for players in the comments below. And I'll catch you in the next one.